What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Game Plan Pod. We're here today. I'm Peter.
I'm Vincent.
I'm Henry.
And today we're going to be talking about the college football playoff. Vincent, take it away.
All right. Obviously, we're in the semis. Ole Miss just upset Georgia. Miami just upset Ohio State. Oregon beat Texas Tech, and Indiana beat the crap out of Alabama. And now we're in the semis, so it's a lot of interesting matchups. A lot of us did not expect Miami and Ole Miss to be here, honestly, but this is how it is playing out now. So what do you guys think the matchups are going to be like, and how do you think the finals are going to look now?
Well, I think we first need to talk about the fact that Ohio State is out because
That's insane, dude.
not only is it insane, but it's most likely who the Giants draft in the first round is out of the playoffs because I want one of. Honestly, I really want one of two players. I really want Caleb Downs or Cardinal Tate, and they're both out now. And even if we get Arvell Reese, the linebacker from Ohio State, he's also out.
He's great.
And I don't know. I am very surprised with that game. I'm very surprised with Miami, to be honest with you. I'm a Syracuse fan. I'm an ACC fan. I did not think they were that good of a team. They lost to Louisville. They lost to... It was either SMU. I forgot their other loss, but not a great team. And for them to have gone into Texas A&M, beat A&M at A&M, then beat in my opinion, I still think on paper the best team in college football. It's pretty crazy. But you got to give your credit to Indiana as well. Indiana is a hell of a team. I said my favorite, the best team. Indiana is a hell of a team. They're the best team in college football right now. But yeah, Miami looks great. I think Miami. I don't know. Their offense is really, really good. I like the way Carson Beck is playing right now. I like the way Malachi Tony's playing right now. And the thing is that LSU, whatever assistants from Ole Miss are going to LSU, I don't think they can coach in the semis. So apparently they might lose some of their coaching staff, which is huge.
Really?
So if that's the case, I'm taking Miami to beat Ole Miss, and I'm taking Indiana to beat Oregon. I'm sorry, Oregon.
Yeah.
Dan Lanning's a great coach, but give me Indiana.
Funny thing is, you could be potentially watching the number 1 overall pick and the number 2 overall pick fight.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm really
if Dante
excited.
Moore declares, though.
If he declares, I am really excited to watch Dante Moore versus Fernando Mendoza. But let's go back to the Miami versus Ole Miss game. I think it's going to be a good game. I think both quarterbacks have shown they can play ball. Carson Beck and Chambliss. Chambliss had a fantastic game against Georgia. That was a great ending to a really good game, late game, but it was a really good ending. I like Chambliss a lot. But I am going to take Miami in this one just because their domination over the consensus number 1 team in college football. I think it's going to be Miami, and I think it's going to be Indiana too. I agree with you guys. I think Mendoza, he showed why he deserved the Heisman against Alabama in a complete blowout, and it wasn't supposed to be a blowout.
Oh yeah, and also we need to talk about Alabama. The fact that Alabama, made the college football playoff. They beat Oklahoma, which I didn't think they should have beat them. That game was very close. They were losing at halftime by big, and some would say the refs bailed them out a little bit in that one. But I think Notre Dame should have won because if Notre Dame made the playoff, I'm not gonna lie to you, they would probably still be in it. Probably would still be in it.
They were a really good team.
I thought Notre Dame should have made it over Bama, in my opinion. I think they should have been.
And Bama got completely embarrassed.
Yeah, they did.
Ty Simpson looked stupid.
Yeah, but I completely agree. Notre Dame should have been in the playoffs.
I'm pretty sure he was injured, though.
No, they're saying he was injured. And they took him out so it doesn't ruin his draft stock.
No, I did watch. I did watch him get. They were saying it was a hand injury. I watched him get rocked.
What team wants him? Why?
This is the worst.
Why does anyone want? I don't think Ty Simpson is good at all.
Ty Simpson should enter the draft because he won't be able to get drafted next year.
Yeah.
He literally won't. If Arch Manning and Lenore Sellers have a rent, if they have a bounce back year, and I'm only naming those 2 players. If Lenore Sellers has a bounce back year, if Arch Manning has a bounce back year,
Arch Manning is going to be number 1 pick.
CJ Carr from Notre Dame. Trying to think who else. Is Carson Beck declaring? Carson Beck is declaring he has to declare. Gunnar Stockton. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I think Indiana has it in the bag. I don't see them losing. Who are they losing to? Miami?
I guess
Miami.
No, if it's anyone, it's going to be Oregon. If it's anyone, it's going to be in the semifinal against Oregon.
But you have to look at the way.
Oregon's been dominant so far.
Indiana has been dominant. They
haven't lost a game.
They completely outcoached Ohio State.
Yeah.
The fact that they won that game, in my opinion, after coming off of the Michigan win for Ohio State, is crazy. They pretty much had I think they let up like two big plays to Jeremiah Smith, but they contained Jeremiah Smith, contained Cardinal Tate, made Julian Sayin look stupid, contained Bo Jackson, and that's a sick name, by the way. And Mendoza had some very nice throws against Ohio State. Against, in my opinion, still the best defense in college football.
Yeah, easily.
I don't know, man. And Chris Ignetti
too. Did you see the clip of Jeremiah Smith after the game, dapping up all the Miami players?
If I was an Ohio State student or an Ohio State fan, I wouldn't be so confident that he's going to be back this year.
He's the number one desired player.
Did you see the question that he was asked before the game? So he's from Miami.
Yeah.
And he was asked, obviously you won the national championship last year at Ohio State. And during your recruiting process, Miami wasn't as good as they are right now. Mm-hmm. If they were as good, would you have gone to Miami? He goes, yes.
No.
And
this is after. This is what?
Before the game. This is before the game.
Before the game.
Before the Jeremiah Smith.
And he says yes with no hesitation.
He said yes, but it's like But he's like known. He lived in Miami, grew up in Miami. It's his hometown team. Like,
wow.
If I was an Ohio State fan, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
After that, I didn't see that interview. That makes me believe. Yeah, I think he might transfer after that.
He might.
He said yes.
Because Julian's saying
word
is
for
trash.
word. Well, yeah, word for word, he said yes.
I'll pull the video afterwards. I think Julian Sayin is trash. I think Julian Sayin is completely holding this team back.
The reason why, the reason Ohio State's really good, he has one of the best teams around him. Like you said, Jeremiah Smith, Cardinal Tate, one of the best defenses in college football, and a great coaching staff. And he's struggling, but yet they're still in the playoffs. Imagine they had a competent quarterback that could actually play.
If you give them Will Howard from last year,
they're winning it again.
They probably beat Miami.
Will Howard was
a fourth round pick.
Sixth.
He was what?
Wow.
Julian, I need to look up Julian Sayin for a second because as much credit as everybody gives this team for being the best offense in the league in college football, over the past 3 games against the 3 best teams that they've played all season, because going into the Michigan game, I don't believe Ohio State played a ranked team besides Texas. Against Michigan, Indiana, and Miami, Julian Sayin had 4 interceptions.
Wow.
And I know one of which was a pick 6. Was the Indiana one a pick 6? No, it wasn't. I don't think it was. But that's bad. And you look at the two that come to mind immediately are the one against the pick 6 against Miami, the screen. I don't understand how you're a quarterback and you don't read that. You see the wide receiver misses block. You see the corner shed the block, go underneath, and he's right there. I don't know. And then the one against Michigan, it was the first play of the game for Ohio State from scrimmage on offense. It was a comeback route on the left side, and he just threw it to Jeremiah. Literally, Jeremiah Smith is up there, threw it, got intercepted.
I have a question for you, though.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of rumors about Dante Moore's draft value on if he even commits. Well, he probably will.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's a chance that, say, Oregon upsets Indiana and Dante Moore outplays Mendoza, that Dante Moore could be the number 1 pick?
So Mendoza and Dante Moore have very different play styles, and it really depends on it really depends on who is drafting with the 1 pick, because if the Giants still have analytically a chance to get it, because the Chiefs are not good, they're really not good, but
regardless, they still have a chance.
They still have a chance, and it depends on who gets that pick. For me personally, the way Mendoza carries himself as a person, the way he's able to dissect the defense, the way he's able to be selfless, and if if the game plan is to run the ball, let's run the ball. Like,
Yeah.
you don't really find that in the NFL, and I think developmental wise, like he's definitely the best player available that you can develop. That's why I think he'd be great on the Rams. I think if you put him with Sean McVay, oh my God, because they have 2 first-round picks.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
and
very
Stafford's
possible.
38.
They have the Falcons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something else.
Or maybe Detroit from the Goff.
No, they have the Falcons pick at 12 right now.
What's he called? But yeah, I think Mendoza's still the no doubt number 1. But again, like that doesn't mean that like another player like Dante Moore. That doesn't mean like somebody like
Dante Moore is probably equally valuable at 2. I think that's why.
As Mendoza,
that's why
1. I don't agree.
I'm
saying
for
like the second pick is almost as valuable as the first.
Yeah.
Pick. There's some team. I feel like Dante Moore's on the same level as Mendoza.
I disagree with that. But
Well, let's see what happens in the semifinal. I think it's going to be a battle.
I disagree just because for what I would look for is more of a Mendoza type of player.
Yeah.
Like Dante Moore is a little bit more athletic. Again, it depends on the coaching style. Like if you like a guy who can put his body on the line, I mean so can Mendoza obviously, but Dante Moore is that guy. So it's gonna depend on who's picking what, but I think if you look at the film and the better player, it's Mendoza.
I think Mendoza definitely is the better player. Like obviously stat wise he is, but at the same time, like Peter said, I completely agree. I think it's gonna be a battle, and like again, the first and second overall pick I think have the same value because those quarterback needy teams are gonna want those quarterbacks. Like Dante Moore is still a great quarterback prospect, and he's not guaranteed to enter yet, but I really do think that overall Mendoza is the better quarterback with everything said and done. I mean, he did take Indiana, who's so-called they're a losing franchise or a losing college program, and he just took them to being 14-0
and you also have
away
to
from the college championship.
You also have to look at like previous seasons before. This is Mendoza's first season at Indiana, but he played at Cal last year. He was a starter. Was very good. Not very well. He was efficient. He was efficient at Cal. You look at Dante Moore's history. He didn't play last year at Oregon. When he played at UCLA, he had 11 touchdowns for 9 interceptions, with a completion percentage of 53%. So you wonder if that film, because that's still film. That was 2 years ago. Yes, they developed as a player and made a lot of progress. Yes, but that film is still there and it doesn't look good statistically. So I wonder if that plays a factor.
Or do you think there's a chance that maybe a team like the Raiders would trade back even this year from the first pick to rather draft Arch Manning next year?
Look, I was actually going to say that. I can't even believe I'm saying this. Joe Shane's go-to line is, the best player, whatever.
Yeah.
Get the best player available. The best player available is not Mendoza.
It's not.
Or Dante Moore. Like, if we're being serious, the best player available is Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
And,
maybe.
You saw that last year where, now we're seeing Carter. Carter got taken third. Cam Ward, obviously. Mm-hmm. Cam Ward was not... He had a good season for what he had around him. So I'm not going to give... I can't comment on Cam Ward because he was literally thrown into the worst possible situation.
Yeah. He's literally thrown into, I don't even know.
Yeah, forget about... But, even back to Hutchinson in 2022. Mm-hmm. When the Jags got fancy and took Trayvon Walker.
Yeah.
Taking the best player available should be a lot more of a consensus thought process, because if the Jags take Aiden Hutchinson there, or who was second last year? Who was the second pick? Jags again, Travis Hunter. If they take Carter,
Well, the Jags are not going to take Carter.
Well, right, but I'm saying if the Browns took Carter, imagine Carter and Myles Garrett.
That's stupid.
I don't think it's a crazy take to even. Well, the Raiders need a quarterback. They need a quarterback.
So they're probably going to stay with the first overall pick.
They probably will.
They can't.
But the Giants taking Downs at 2 isn't crazy in my opinion.
It's not.
I wouldn't be a fan of it because he's a very
No, but going back to what I said, I feel like it's not crazy to say that the Raiders would want to tank for another year and get Arch Manning. I think Arch Manning is literally going to be a generational prospect. He already had he's getting better game after game. This season, 26 touchdowns, 7
But
picks.
I don't think
That's almost better than Dante Moore's stats.
I don't
11
think with
touchdowns
having,
last 3 games, 0 turnovers.
Yeah.
They just killed Michigan.
But
in the
again,
Cheez-Its
you have to look at who has majority ownership. Brady. I don't think he would let that happen.
Because he doesn't like Manning?
No, I don't think he would allow them to like not be competitive.
Yeah, Tank.
I think
you
he
have
would.
to take Mendoza. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
I don't think
something
he would
to think
do that.
about. It's something to think about.
Yeah.
It's something to think about really for another team to do. Like
It's something to think about. What if you
for the Jets, you know?
Or
Yeah.
The Jets
Or-
should not take a quarterback, maybe, and
Or-
tank for another year and get Arch.
But they could trade up. That's the other thing too. Like the Jets have been in a lot of mock trades. Even if we have the second pick, they could want to trade up with us and not get as much. But if we end up with the first pick, they're gonna want to trade up, and so will the Raiders probably. But we don't know that.
You know what isn't being spoken enough about is I think the underlying availability of a lot of quarterbacks and a lot of teams. If that makes sense. I think Kyler Murray's available.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
He should be available.
I think Kyler's available. This could be a take.
Because wait,
This could be a take.
for the Cardinals.
Tua's available, but no one's gonna want Tua.
For the Cardinals, it's not crazy for the Cardinals to maybe draft a quarterback, keep Jacoby, and let Jacoby play, and then kind of tank and let Jacoby play, and then
Right.
let him mentor, because Jacoby is playable, even though he didn't win a single game this season. Like he had some good games.
Yeah.
The offense was good.
And there's
the defense
also
stinks.
Malik Willis is a free agent. A lot of teams.
Malik Willis.
I like Willis a lot.
He's so
like him.
good.
He's very good. He developed under LaFleur. He developed under Jordan Love.
I saw a thing. Just imagine if Tennessee kept Malik Willis, kept AJ Brown, and kept the coach
And Derrick Henry.
and Derrick Henry.
Insane. That's a core right there. But
That's a core right there.
But
instead they have Cam Ward and no head coach.
and no wide receiver one pretty much.
And no wide receiver.
It's just a crazy thing. But
Did we talk about Did we talk about the Giants? The Giants yet? Or is this is off of the?
No.
This is off of the first question.
No, just save it. But that's the end of the episode. Hope you guys like it. Stay tuned for the next episode.
That was all off of one question. I just realized that.